Hello everyone, welcome back to my second part of today's reading module. I just have uploaded the first part. You can have a look. Just linking this description below the comment section. So let's dive into our second part of this reading module. Here we can see we just try to solve for this passage. So like here we have already solved this part, like the first question here, and for the second question, what was our clue card here? Like the keyword is number of has agreed with Pearson's idea. So we have to identify the Pearson's idea and a number of who just agreed with Pearson's. Okay, so just to try to search it for Pearson ideas. Here we have already taken Pearson, his name, he saw both, okay. And his idea means Pearson ideas was to relocate, okay, like something, okay. Pearson's idea gain support. So here we already got the idea of our answer, like Pearson's ideas gain support amongst some businessmen. Look, this is our question keywords like businessman. So look, so here the answer is businessman. So who support this businessman? Some businessmen here, a lot of or a number of. So in the IELTS reading module, you have to be aware for paraphrase. Just we have to write it down here, businessman. Okay, so for the next question is here we just, okay, for the next question, the company initially had problems getting the hash needed for the project. Here we can see the company, what they faced or what kind of problem they normally face during their projects. So we have to identify like challenges, problems, or anything like this. Okay, so just we have to scan it. Rejected for the two groups established. Okay, the company's plan was to really, okay, the organizations had difficulty. Look here, this is, so the organization had difficulty. That means challenge or problems, or they faced any struggle, so in raising the funding. So here the answer is funding. What kind of problem? When they just try to raise funds from others for the projects. Here we can see it is the answer, so it is funding. Okay, for the next question, negative articles about the project appeared in. Okay, so we have to identify about negative articles or negativity or criticisms. Whenever you just look for the keyword, don't look for the exact word. As a result, you cannot identify the word. Rather, what should you say? Like what I'm saying now, I am using some keywords, or I try to paraphrase the main word. Like here, look at this. The GWR. Here we have already known what is the full form of GWR. It's mean Great Western Railway. Okay, aware that the line would finally enable them to run trains into the heart of the city. Invested almost 25 lakh or 250,000 pounds in the schemes. If eventually over a 5 year period. Look, okay, originally scheduled, the constructions of it was cut in. Okay, we have already another keyword here, that negative constructions. Okay, where is about negative constructions? Look, such a radical expansion, not at least because of the critical articles. Okay, printed by the press. So, printed by the press. So, look where it is printed. It was printed by the press. So, the answer is press. Okay, I cannot just remove this. So for the next question, number six. So here the title is the construction or with the okay, here our keyword is cut and covered. Look, with the completion of the brick arch, the tunnel was covered with. So we have to identify what it was covered with. Either it is any kind of ingredient like okay, originally scheduled to be completed, or like here we just cut and cover. This is our keyword. A trench about 10 meters wide and 6 meters deep was dug and temporarily held up with timber beams. Bricks walls were then constructed. Finally, a brick arch was added to create a tunnel. A 2 meter deep layer of soil was laid. Look, soil was laid on top of the tunnel. That means on the top of the tunnel here, soil was laid. That means soil was covered with. Okay, so the answer is soil. So these are the solutions for part one, like for this type of questions. So if I wrap up the whole session between part one and part two, we have done today's video like how you can read a passage. For example, you have to identify subject and then verb. If you just can easily identify where is the subject, where is the verb, you can easily get the exact or get the summary of this sentence. So just if I wanna add something more that is for a paragraph, you can easily like here the first sentence normally is like a topic sentence, and for the next one or two sentences or three sentences are the explanation. So those are one is main topic sentence, and others are your supporting idea. Like in addition to sometimes they also add an example for the last part, and sometimes also they use conclusion. So whenever you are going through the IELTS reading module or passage, you try to differentiate between the main idea and the supporting idea. As a result, you are easily capable of identifying and answering each and every questions, and you can also get the clear overview for all parts. So here we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. uh, those are the paragraphs, and the passage includes almost 7 paragraphs, and each paragraph consists of a main idea, supporting idea, and example. Okay, if you know the exact structure of a paragraph, you can easily get the overall thing. So this is the overall idea and the lecture for today's. And I really hope for that just you have no problem now to solve this kind of question, and just share your feelings. If you have any kind of question, just let me know in the comment section. I will answer your all questions, and definitely I will reply your all of your questions or inquiries, whatever you are saying. So till then, like for the next video, I think you will have a good day. I really wish for this. Best of luck for your next day. I hope for the best again. Allah Hafiz.